Okay, so James Gunn is now in charge of DCU.
Yes.
He's been going through a bit of trouble this last month, given how bad the Flash has done. Which I didn't have this. I didn't put this in the news today, but it will be on. The Flash is coming to digital July 18th, which is just over 30 days from the theater.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Trying to capitalize, I guess, on that marketing so they don't have to market again with that it's on digital 3 months later. I don't know. Anyways, last week we talked about the Stan Lee documentary that Disney Plus put out. Well, I guess DC is now has also had one in the works. James Gunn and Dwayne Johnson feature a new Superpowered, the DC story. While DC Studios is struggling to find solid footing for its cinematic universe, perhaps they'll receive a warmer reception from critics and fans alike in the documentary genre. Check out the trailer below, which we won't watch right now, but the documentary series will be narrated by Rosario Dawson and formatted into 3 episodes. Rosario Dawson's a weird choice. She's been in Marvel, the Netflix Marvel. She hasn't been in DC to my knowledge, unless DMC was a DC owned property. That for the miniseries she was in, that was pretty good. I know it was based on a comic called DMZ, but I didn't think it was DC.
I'm not sure. She has an interesting voice, though. It's
Yeah.
like fun.
As seen above, the documentary will include appearances from James Gunn, Jim Lee, Dwayne Johnson, Patty Jenkins, and more. If you have a young, budding DC Comics fan at home, this documentary might be the perfect tool to showcase just how impactful the American comic book publisher's legacy has been for the last 89 years. Episode 1 is the hero's journey. Episode 2 is coming of age. Episode 3 is a better tomorrow. So it's kind of like a beginning, middle, and restart. Yeah, so where is this going to be seen, though? I guess on HBO Max. Yeah, HBO Max on July 20th. So yeah, I'll watch that. I'll watch the history.
You mean on Max?
Well, on here it would be Crave. Yes, I think Crave is the HBO.
Canada, yeah, and it only gets 3/4 of all the stuff, I think.
Yeah. More DC news. It's official. Superman and Lois have been cast for DCU. After months of speculation, it's official. David Corenswet will play Superman, and Rachel Brosnahan is set to star as Lois Lane in DC Studios' Superman Legacy. Deadline, along with other trades, broke the news today that the 2 actors will headline the upcoming reboot, which is being written and directed by James Gunn. They were among those who tested for the role in the full costume before the filmmaker and DC Studios co-CEO Peter Safran. We may never know how many other actors are in the mix, but these 2 have definitely beaten a lot of the other impressive names to these coveted DCU characters, including Nicholas Hoult, Emma McKay. I don't know who Emma McKay is, do you?
I saw a photo of her. She looked familiar, and then I immediately forgot again.
Now Gunn has found his leads. He's expected to shift focus to casting Lex Luthor and the supporting characters such as Jimmy Olsen and the members of the Authority. Superman Legacy is expected to set the tone for the new DCU, and a lot is riding on the movie being a success. That won't be easy after a pretty rotten few years for the DCU, but the Man of Steel does feel safe in the Guardians of the Galaxy Helmer's hands. Cornsweat's first major leading role in a big movie. His past credits include Pearl and We Own This City. As for Brosnahan, she's won an Emmy for her work in Marvelous Miss Maisel and previously starred in House of Cards on the Blacklist. While she's established on TV, this too looks set to be her biggest role of date. Superman Legacy tells the story of Superman's journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his upbringing as Clark Kent of Smallville. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way, guided by human kindness in a world that sees kindness as old-fashioned. I have seen We Own the City. It was came out last year. It was David Simon, the guy who wrote The Wire. David Simon. It was a 6-episode arc about corrupt cops in Baltimore. I think he was one of the cops. I'd have to go back and watch it now to see which character he played. Maybe I will, because it was good. John Bernthal's in it too. But Brosnahan's fantastic as Marvelous Miss Maisel. I think she's really going to bring some good energy and spunkiness and determination to the role. So I'm fine with that. Other people are not, though. immediately after this, Snyderverse fans bring back Henry Cavill, hashtag trending on Twitter. Yesterday evening, the news broke that James Gunn's Superman Legacy has cast David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. They replace Henry Cavill and Amy Adams. The response thus far has been largely positive. Brosnahan is an Emmy-winning proven talent in front of the camera, while Cornsweet certainly appears to have all the desired attributes to bring the Man of Steel to life on screen. Not everyone is happy, though, of course, and this was particular the case among Restore the Snyderverse supporters, upset with how Henry Cavill was ousted from the role after Black Adam's mid-credit scene. They took to Twitter last night. Needless to say, we don't expect DC Studios to take note. Yeah, you can be upset that Henry Cavill was pushed out. It wasn't really James's, like, if James Gunn is going to reset the universe that has a terrible track record, you got to start fresh.
Yeah. Gotta do.
And in all honesty, Cavill's moving on to bigger and better things. Like, he's gonna essentially, he seems like he's in charge of the Warhammer universe for Amazon, and that's gonna make him like billions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions. He's gonna
make a pretty penny. Yeah, he's gonna make a juicy chunk.
Yeah, and that's something he's also really super passionate about, as opposed to, like, I'm sure he enjoyed playing the Man of Steel, but this guy like lives and breathes Warhammer and PC gaming, so
now he gets to do it.
So yeah, and he gets to be one of the creative leads, so it's he's gonna have a ton of input, whereas The Witcher, he, I guess, didn't. That's why he left. Which, speaking of The Witcher, part 1 comes out Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
First 4 episodes come out Friday, and then the next 4 in July.
Oh my god!
They're already teasing. The switch to Liam at the end of the season. That they're gonna use a mechanic in the books of the 5th book where Ciri can hop dimensions, and they're gonna do like a swap with those two. So that's why Geralt looks different, because it's a different Geralt, but from a different, like... Well, if you're going to do it, yeah, instead of just not acknowledging it, at least they're acknowledging the switch, instead of just like, oh, season 4, here's Geralt again from the same universe. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to watch it. I think a lot of people will at least watch season 3 just to see Cavill get sent off. Depending on how good and close to the book season 3 is, maybe people come back for season 4. I don't know. But Cavill's moving on to bigger and better things. More Batman news. So we were supposed to get a Batman Beyond movie starring Michael Keaton, but that was before The Flash crashed. Prepared to be even more disappointed about The Flash poor box office debut. Shortly after, it was announced that James Gunn and Peter Safran were taking over as co-heads of the newly established DC Studios. Weird that Christina Hodson, The Flash and Birds of Prey, okay, well, so that track as his record's not great as a writer in the first place, had been working on a treatment for a live-action Batman Beyond movie. The project was said to have been shelved when the decision was made to reboot or semi-reboot the franchise of the DCU, but it seems like there may still have been plans to get the film in production before The Flash crashed and burned. During the latest episode of Batman on Batman, Kevin Smith revealed that he'd heard from the original son of Michael Uzlan. The son of Michael Uzlan, executive producer on the Batman movie since Tim Burton's 1989 original movie, that Warner Brothers DC Studios were planning to move forward with Batman Beyond film starring Michael Keaton if The Flash proved to be successful enough at the box office. So we can be sad about that.
I'm sad, dude. I'm so sad.
People love Terry McGinnis and Batman Beyond, that cartoon, the books.
Terry.
And Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton as old Batman. He's sick. Oh, would have been so good.
Yeah, so we won't be getting that. But we are getting new Batman Beyond comics. DC announces a new Batman Beyond series. Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig are returning to the world of Neo Gotham alongside Max Dunbar in a brand new Batman Beyond series, and we've got your first look. Terry McGinnis went through a lot in Batman Beyond New Year, and now with Bruce Wayne as his guide, Terry McGinnis will discover the dangers that still lurk in old Gotham Batman Beyond, Neo-Gothic. After multiple children go missing, Terry will head to the remains of Old Gotham with the help of a splicer named Kyle the Catboy. Who knows what will they find once they get there? You can find a full preview of the new series in the next slide, and you can find the official description. So here's the first cover, main cover of issue number 1. Guess going down into the sewer,
into the remains
of Old Gotham. There's a 1/25 variant. That's pretty good. 1/50 variant.
Sick.
Open to order variant. Oh, that one's cool too. Open to order cover variant number 2.
Oh shit! There's Catboy Kyle.
Catboy Kyle. Watching over Gotham.
Wow.
Oh, these are some panels from the. Oh, yeah.
That was dope.
So when does this come out? July 25th.
Ah.
So look for that in stores or your digital comic book store. July 25th. One more DC, Marvel, Warner Brothers news this week. Warner Brothers, this will make the Snyderverse fans happy, I guess. Warner Brothers will release a 10-box movie set featuring virtually all of the DC Extended Universe titles, excluding the ones that feature Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. It's weird. So Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. A French Amazon listing for the box set popped up online just as U.S. retailers started putting up an undated pre-order links for The Flash. Assuming that there's some kind of contractual rights issue we don't know about, the implication seems that Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad, and Birds of Prey, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn might be canon, or at least mostly canon to the Oh, that's why they're left out?
That seems...
That DC wants to put that in a different box set later as part of the new?
I mean...
I don't know.
I don't think so.
The box set will likely pop up here on US Amazon soon. Current listed price is 150 euros. That's around 165 USD. Includes Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, 1984, Black Adam, Shazam, Fear of the Gods, and The Flash.
Wow.
Oh, I wonder which version of Justice League it is. The box art appears to be the standard version of Justice League.
Yeah.
Although the product description suggests the one in the box will be the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Oh.
What? I think they're fibbing. They're Fibby McFibbers.
This box set is an update to one that currently exists, one that includes Suicide Squad, but omits Black Adam, The Flash, Shazam, and Wonder Woman 1984. With Blue Beetle coming this summer and its director confident that the character will appear again in the rebooted DC universe that James Gunn is preparing with producer Peter Safran, all signs point toward The Flash being the final nail in the coffin of Warner Brothers' first stab at a shared universe for its superheroes. I kind of feel bad for Blue Beetle. It could be a good movie, but it's also going to bomb. Like, nobody cares.
Well, I mean, they said that it was going to be the first one in the DCU, no?
Sure, but nobody cares. I don't think anyone's going to care about the DCU until it's Superman. Like, no one's going to go see Aquaman 3. Is Aquaman 2 or 3? Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2.
No one's seeing that movie. They might as well dump that on HBO Max.
Yeah, I don't even know I'm just assuming they want Momoa to carry it, and he's going to have to, because it's him, Patrick Stewart, and
Patrick Stewart's in Aquaman 2? You sure about that?
Yeah, he didn't die at the end.
Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart.
Oh, sorry, not Patrick Stewart. Sorry.
You mean Captain Picard, Professor Xavier? You meant
Patrick.
You meant the other guy.
What the hell's his name from all the horror movies?
Ocean Master.
Patrick Wilson. Wow, I didn't have to look it up. It just boom, hit me. Wow. Oh yeah. Patrick Wilson, and then William Dafoe.
Yeah.
They can't use Amber Heard.
Well, I don't know. It's been long enough. We forgot, right?
Oh yeah.
They really should have. I know they had to try and get some money back for the Flash, and Blue Beetle was before guns and saffron anyways, so they're gonna
Right.
say the same thing, trying to not lose as much money.
Yep.
But they really should have went quiet for 2 years. Like, you can do, like, I don't know, DC animated movies to kind of make some money, but
Yep.
you know, do Peacemaker TV show. Everyone enjoyed that, and that did well. So, and that it seems like you're including in the universe anyways, but it's not a bigger part of the story, right? You start with Superman, you start with Batman, then you go and you start with Wonder Woman, and then you go Lanterns, the Flash, Martian Manhunter, whatever, Aquaman, etc., etc. They really this whole, like, well, the Flash is gonna be greatest superhero movie ever. Oh, it's on digital in 30 days, and then Blue Beetle's gonna be great because he's definitely part of the universe that we haven't set the tone for or created, and that the Blue Beetle was written before this even was a thing. I feel bad for Zolo because it's his first big break, and it could be a good movie. I don't think it's gonna make any money.
I think it'll gain, like, traction by word of mouth. I think it'll just kind of, like,
if it's a good movie.
If it's a decent movie, and I'm hoping that it is. Honestly, I really am.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for DC news. Yeah.
Okay.